Hello, hello, hello. Welcome and welcome back. Today is day 27 of the free Get Ready for Change 30-day challenge. Okay. It is September 28th, and we are officially what? Day 28 is to go, day 29, day 30. We are 3 days away. Once we've completed today, oh my God, not the bugs. I'm going to continue. So, yesterday, I woke up and Hurricane Helene had knocked out my city's internet. So I came over to my grandma's city to actually get things going and moving again. And I decided to go ahead and film day 28 so I could upload it as well. And I will be sadly, a little bit sadly, um, doing day 28 and day 29 filmed as well. So day 27 is today. I'm going to go ahead and film day 28 and day 29 and day 30. Hopefully, if I'm not in my hometown and the internet's not back up, then I'll be coming back up to this town about 30 minutes away to actually go live and make sure we have our 30-day live celebration. Now, oh, yes. So, today is workshop because we are doing, like I said, this last week extravaganza. Get ready for change, okay? And day 27's workshop is I am officially showing you guys how to create your own way of living based on this 30-day challenge and this analysis process. How can you actually use the tools and resources that I've been showing you guys to move into a more aligned life with yourself, something that feels more fulfilling, that is more fulfilling, that actually is a vision of where you see yourself going. So that is today's workshop, how to create your own way of living from this Get Ready for Change 30-day challenge and the Get Ready for Change analysis process. Oh, oh no. So we're going to go ahead and jump into today's daily prompt. I'll go ahead and paste it here. Editing wise, I am only editing at 2 points for the most part during each analysis where I show you the prompt. And then the last edit is where I add in just the sort of workshop slides if you need those. And if you want to make sure that you have the workshop slides in total, and you want to be able to review them at your own will, at your own pace, then be sure to go over to Pampered and Lux, the website down below. You can leave your email or your text phone number so you can actually start receiving notifications and get that workshop presentation for yourself. So, with that being said, here we go into day 27. I'm going to start us off with our day 27 prompt. It's here. Definitely go ahead and pause the screen if you need to make sure you write it down in time. And I'm also just going to go ahead and read it for you guys. I made sure to find a way so that I could write it down, and then go ahead and tell you guys on screen today. So, today, day 27's prompt for the Get Ready for Change 30-day challenge is learn to appreciate my feelings by finding and allowing space for them to exist, be heard, and be soothed. Take action that holds space for my feelings today. And yeah, that's literally the prompt. And the prompts for the rest of these days, like I said, after day 25, 20, after day 25, they've all been really more an action prompt, or if anything, writing a letter, which is still more of an action prompt. It's a prompt to actually start getting you in the habit of doing things that actually align more with where you see yourself going. And one thing I definitely want to go ahead and mention as you continue to write down this prompt, be sure to write down the full part, not just the last sentence. It's not just about taking action, it's about learning to appreciate your feelings, finding and allowing that space for yourself, that time, that energy, and actually sitting with those feelings and understanding what's going on so that you can move through those feelings, right? Okay. So, yeah, I'll give you guys another moment to write that down. I also like to drink some more of my water. Hey, I hate when the when it keeps all the liquid from coming out. It makes me kind of upset. Okay. Hopefully you've written down your prompt by now. If you haven't, go ahead and pause the screen. But I will be going ahead and moving into the daily mantras for today. I'll go ahead and start with our daily affirmation. Start with our daily affirmation. I almost said daily reset. Okay. So, ooh, let's go ahead and start with our daily affirmation. Our daily affirmation for today is, I'm definitely feeling it. I'm feeling you know what? Yes, I like that. Okay. So my daily affirmation for today, I am present and in wonder of nature and the wind. As I was making the drive over, I was just feeling the wind in my hands and I really loved it. And I was just very grateful as well for that. So I think my gratitude is also going to tie into my affirmation for today. And I always go ahead and read all of the mantras that I've listed for the day after I finish saying them. So let's see. My daily gratitude. I am grateful for wind. Yeah, the sun, clouds, and the ability to perceive and bask in them all. Okay, yeah, I like that one. I like that one. So, my daily appreciation, then I'll go ahead and read all three one last time, is I was trying to figure out the sun in relation to, but I'm going to keep going because I don't want to have to edit this. Okay, so my daily appreciation for today. Yeah, I am proud of myself for having and honoring my foresight, strategies, and plans. Okay, now that I've done all of them, I'll go ahead and read them all to you. So, today, my daily gratitude for day 27. I am grateful for wind, the sun, clouds, and the ability to perceive and bask in them all. Now, for my daily affirmation for day 27, I am present in wonder of nature and the wind. I am present and in wonder of nature and the wind. One more time. I am present and in wonder of nature and the wind. Beautiful, beautiful. Yep, really like that one. Okay. So, for my daily appreciation for day 27, I am proud of myself for having and honoring my foresight, strategies, and plans. Day 27, I am proud of myself for having and honoring my foresight, strategies, and plans. One more time. I am proud of myself for having and honoring my foresight, strategies, and plans. Yeah, I really love that. That was a really good set of affirmations and all today. So, now that we've said that, I'm going to go ahead and move into today's workshop where I teach you and show you how I've used my own analysis process to actually literally craft my own way of living and my own way of life and actually get things done on a daily basis that push me forward towards the goals that I set not even a month ago. There are goals that I've set 6 months ago that are things that I've accomplished over the days because I actually am very diligent and intentional about it. And that's what we're going to start doing. Diligence, intention, foresight, strategy, planning. So that's also why the affirmation today was about strategy and planning and, you know, really honing in on that. So here we go. I will go ahead and say that um, this analysis process, definitely having a full understanding of it and how it helps you is very crucial for these last few days, these last workshops. So make sure you're reviewing and going over definitely day 18. We really deep dove and went through a whole prompt of how you would actually analyze on that day. We also did it on day 24 with the workshop of how to get the most out of every journal, every journaling prompt. So definitely review those, review your notes from those days so that you know what this process actually is and you know how to use it and you know what it does for you. Now, the first step to crafting your own weekly goals from all of these analyses and all of these answers that you've basically put into one journal, how can you actually use them? This is how. So, your first step is to complete the analysis. So I know that earlier on in the challenge, I was saying to definitely focus on answering the prompts first and foremost. And if once you've answered the prompts, you feel you really want to dive in more and you have the time to do that. Now is the time to make sure that the analysis is something that's happening. And I will go ahead and say that if you're looking for a second 30-day challenge, tomorrow we are crafting how to actually create your own 30-day challenge. And one version of crafting your own 30-day challenge is just completing the analysis for every single 30-day prompt that you've already completed in order that you completed them originally. So on October 2nd, which is when I'm starting over my own 30-day challenge, you would go ahead and analyze your day one prompt answers and go from there. So if you haven't done your analysis process yet, don't freak out. Don't feel like you're behind. Definitely take the time that you need, take the processes that you need. And I'm here to give you the information now so that you have it when you're ready. Okay. So once you've completed your analysis, here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your analysis version 3, all those affirmational statements that you listed at the end of your analysis version 3 after creating a new prompt for yourself. You are basically going to take those affirmational statements, start to understand and wrap your head around the different types of actions that fall under these affirmational statements, because remember, and I will put up on the screen, so this is one that I actually am going to be editing a little bit more, hopefully not too much. As a matter of fact, no, the point of me going live in the first place was to eliminate editing a lot, and Miss Hurricane Helene really did blow in. So I really am trying to adjust and move with the forces of nature right now. But I am not going to commit to something that I know I originally didn't commit to for a reason. So Depending on what's going on, I will leave room in case I do decide to put things up on the screen, but I am going to do a lot of talking right now, so definitely take notes and go from there. And if you want to make sure, like I said, if you want to make sure you have the workshops presentation at the end of this 30 days on October 1st, you can definitely have that. Just make sure you've put in your email or phone number so that you can get that once it's available to everyone. Okay. And definitely stay tuned for day 30 because day 30's live session is definitely a live session. And no matter what it is happening, I'll come away to 30 minutes away to a different town if I have to and film it there, or not film it, but go live there if that's necessary. Hopefully, our city has Wi Fi again very soon. Um, but yes, so once you've gotten your affirmational statements. And the types of affirmational statements I mean are the ones specifically after doing analysis 3, not the ones at the end of analysis version 2. Those are definitely going to come in handy later on, especially on day 29 when we're creating our own guided meditation. But for right now, we're really focusing on the affirmational statements we created after creating a prompt for ourselves, because that prompt that you created for yourself was literally a question that helped you shape the types of actions that you want to take in life. That's why it's very important to make sure you understand how to complete this analysis process and what each part of the analysis process does. So, you're going to use those affirmational statements as guides, and honestly, some of them might end up being the exact weekly goals that you use because the affirmational statements are phrases like, um, I literally, one of the ones I use today as my daily appreciation, it's kind of like that. It's, I have foresight and honor my strategies and plans. So that means that throughout the week, the actions that I take are going to be not only intentional and forward thinking, but they're also going to have strategy about them, and I'm going to actually have plans. So, one of my activities for the week can literally be planning this specific vision of my life, planning what is going on for the week, planning and strategizing. So that's really the correlation of the affirmational statements that you used to the weekly reset. That's kind of how you go into it and how it actually makes sense and folds in together. From there, you're going to go ahead and divide and list the different aspects of your life into categories. So there's of course financial categories. Everyone pretty much has that unless you decided to live off in the world in the wilderness and you're not trading with anyone other than the items that you have. So finances is definitely an aspect. You could divide that up into other chunks of aspects if you know that that's what you need. But I highly suggest using no more than 10 different aspects of your life. And that may sound like a lot right now, but if you think about it, there's at least 100 different aspects of your life that you really have to boil down to the main top 10. So even within the realm of health, you could say, okay, I want to focus on my physical health. And even then, you could say, okay, I want to focus on my oral health, my eye health, oral health, eye health, there's gut health, there's even physical fitness specifically. Like you can get very specific, but definitely focus on the top aspects of your life that are priorities. So for me right now, that's Pampered and Lux, one of my businesses. That's my personal brand. That's another business. There's also my art projects. That's a main priority for me. Then I do finance, family, home. I do my social life. I have, what are my other aspects? This is what I mean. I have different aspects and I do up to 10. And the reason I say 10 is because I have a weekly reset worksheet that definitely is useful for you all. And I definitely went over that days 22 through 23. And at this point, you would take those divided different aspects, you would create a goal, one weekly goal for each aspect of your life, write them in this weekly planner. And then from there, you would go in and actually create a checklist of actions to take throughout the week to help you push towards those goals. So, if, for example, your health goal, you have one aspect of your life that is only focused on health, and you want to make sure that you're up to date and you know what's going on in your body. So, your goal is become up to date and know what's going on in my body. Literally, that's the goal. And the way that you would come to that goal is from your affirmational statements. Your affirmational statement could have been, I know myself, and I understand my body, I honor myself. This daily reset, or weekly reset rather, is something that leads you into daily resets. And throughout these weekly resets, you have a week goal sheet where you track every single goal for each aspect of your life. You have a weekly checklist sheet where you actually put those actionable actions on and you check them off throughout the week on your weekly planner, your weekly agenda. You kind of set out when you'd like to have them. And then in your daily worksheet, you actually say, okay, this is the day that I'm doing this. I wrote it down. This is kind of the time that I did it. If I want to map out and make sure I'm spending my time appropriately, I put that there. And there's also different areas on that worksheet where you track your food or nutrition, you track your mindfulness for the day, and you can also track your fitness. Have a notes section as well where you can take notes for the day to just leave yourself for that day. And you always list the date, your name, and things like that, just so you can go back to it from the future and see what you were actually doing, see what was going on, and equate it to any journaling prompts that you answered that day as well. So definitely be here and make sure you're following along for this workshop journey on day 30, that live session. I'll be giving you guys access to that weekly planner. You can actually download it for yourself, buy it, purchase it, and download it. And I'll be giving you guys a free gift as well on that 30-day live session. I'm excited for it. So definitely stay tuned in, get tuned in, make sure you're here, and it will be happening. I decided because day 30 is October 1st and October 1st is a Tuesday. I decided it was going to be more of a morning session for sure. So definitely stay tuned and make sure you're following, make sure you have your notifications on so you know when exactly it's happening. And yeah, I wanted to go ahead and just say thank you again for following along with this journey and for doing it for yourself, because I'm sure you are. But for me, I'm glad I've been doing it for myself. Even though Hurricane Helene knocked out the internet, I'm still doing it for myself no matter what, and in a way that still works for me. I know that no matter what, I'm still going to be watching these sessions in the future and regaining knowledge and refreshing myself on knowledge as well. So I'm happy to do it. And I do want to say one of the last things to do, um, is make sure that when you're filling out your weekly reset, you still use your daily mantras. There's a section where you can track your daily gratitude and affirmations and your daily appreciation. So definitely do that. And this is only a digital product. I am also still releasing the Get Ready for Change workbook as a full physical product that you can also start purchasing on October 1st. So definitely stay tuned, okay? Make sure you're there to get the free gift because only the people who are there and who see the video are actually going to be able to reap the benefits of it, okay? Make sure you're here for the celebration and celebrate your journey, okay? Because it's not an easy one to make sure that you commit to yourself when it hasn't been something at the forefront of your mind. You've been committing to so many other things outside of yourself, so many other people outside of yourself, that this commitment to yourself, it is something to celebrate. Even if it is something that you've been doing for a while, it's always something to celebrate when you're able to give and pour into yourself. So definitely do. Don't be afraid, okay? Now, for the last thing, I do just want to say that if you want to make sure that you're actually intentional about filling out this weekly reset and that you're actually in a line and in vision with where you're going, not only do you take your goals from your analysis, but you also make sure you define a check-in point. So for me, I have 3 check-in points per day, and when I miss them, I miss the rest of my day. That's literally how it happens. So I have a check-in point at the beginning of my workday where it's kind of during slash after my breakfast time. I check in with myself. I write in my weekly reset, my daily reset, whatever I need to make sure that everything is on track and where I'm going, where I need to go, where I want to go. And then, kind of after my lunchtime, when I'm getting ready to start working again, after I've taken my break, I decide to go ahead and go in my weekly reset again. That's my second check in for the day. And then my third check in for the day is sort of at the end of the workday or right before bedtime. Just depends on how the day is going for me. If it wasn't a work day, it's just kind of a little bit before I start getting ready for bed, my bedtime routine. So definitely come up with check-in points for yourself so you're staying on track. I would suggest if you're someone who gets distracted a lot, have more check-ins, set a timer for yourself. Too many check-ins is also a problem. It's the same problem as too few check-ins. It's something that is unattainable. You need to have something that actually works for you. If 2 check-ins works for you, if 1 check-in works for you, if 5 different check-ins works for you, that's what works for you. But define a number and a time for yourself to check in with yourself every single day so you can make sure you're filling out your daily worksheet. You're actually going in and listing if you had any financial transactions for the week. That page is also in the weekly reset. And if you want to know every single thing about the weekly reset, but you haven't been here before, make sure to go to days 22 through 23. Day 21 might also have a little bit there, but really day 22 through 23 of this Get Ready for Change challenge has been very influential in just showing you guys how I use this weekly reset routine and how I actually get down to the daily agenda of things. So, that is the whole process and connection of how you go from these daily prompts that give you affirmational goals for yourself. You take those affirmational goals, turn them into weekly goals. You take those weekly goals, turn them into a weekly checklist. You take that weekly checklist and give yourself daily tasks, daily duties, daily responsibilities. You get it done, and then you move on to the next day. And at the end of the week, you wrap up and go over and review your week and actually say, okay, you know what? This is what worked. This is what didn't. I'm really happy about this. I'm really proud of myself for this. And you know what? I think next week I'm going to change this about my routine or add this to my routine. So definitely follow through with the whole process. If you'd like to make sure that you have sort of an accountability buddy for this, make sure to stay for this, not just the rest of this Get Ready for Change workshop series, but also during October, I will be doing not only weekly resets with you guys on Fridays starting at 6:30 p.m. usually, but I will also be doing weekly giveaways so that you guys can also start trying out these products. Some of you can get them for free and some of you can just start purchasing, but definitely stay tuned, follow Pampered and Luxed, and make sure you're here and ready when it gets here because you don't want to miss out. It will not be back. It will not be here again. You'll be moving on to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And it's time to make time for you. It's time to pour into you and to actually decide, you know what, this is what I'm doing. This is why. This is who it's for, me. And I'm happy about this. I'm glad about this. I'm celebrating this. So, thank you for joining. And I do want to say that if you're here for more of my personal journey, then to follow Zaria Rayleigh Jack Rain on YouTube, on Instagram. I'll be sharing more of that. Some art projects coming up in October that I'm very excited for. I have a trip that I'm taking that I'm going to be doing a little bit of mini documentary style things for, vlog style things for. So definitely stay tuned. Get tuned in. Thank you for watching. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.